Alrighty, I've been hearing a lot about these Chinese student visas and H-1B visas and such. So here we are with a video from Fox News, one-on-one with the president. Alrighty, I'm going to throw in the video and take it from there.
Folks are not thrilled about this idea of hundreds of thousands of foreign students in the United States. We have about 350,000 Chinese. One point during COVID, you were going to, push to, get them out, but that was pulled back. You've said as many as 600,000 Chinese students could come to the United States. Why, sir, is that a pro-MAGA position when so many American kids want to go to school and there are places not for them, and these universities are getting rich off Chinese money?
Sure. Never said about China, but we do have a lot of people coming in from China. We always have, China and other countries. We also have a massive system of colleges and universities.
So as you can imagine, a lot of people on the MAGA are upset about this, and this Johnny MAGA person says, here we go again. The 600K number that Laura Ingraham references is 2 years worth of visas for the 300K currently attending college. You can dislike the policy of having them here, but Trump is not advocating bringing more foreigners here. Didn't that Ingraham person say that Trump mentioned something about kicking out the Chinese students during COVID? But now he likes them? Interesting. Also, in this bit that I found, the reversal contrasts sharply with earlier actions by the administration, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio's May 2025 announcement to aggressively revoke visas for Chinese students linked to the Chinese Communist Party or studying in sensitive fields. Aren't all Chinese people in China linked to the Chinese Communist Party? And as for sensitive fields, yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to go into sensitive fields. Why? In my opinion, that's how they steal technology, right? It takes years to develop this technology, billions of dollars, and the Chinese can just study in these fields, learn that technology, take it back to China. The saying goes, know thy enemy. What's a good way to know your enemy? Study in their schools.
And if we were to cut that in half, which perhaps makes some people happy, you would have half the colleges in the United States go out of business.
So what?
Well, I think that's a big deal.
Are they fans,
you would have the
fans of the United States?
Yeah, but you would have, as you know, historically, black colleges and universities would all be out of business. You would have
So in order to fund these black colleges and universities, we have to sell out American knowledge, Western knowledge moreover, to the Chi-Coms. That's not good. Also, here's my thoughts on black colleges and universities. Are there white colleges and white universities? I wonder. He says that 50% of colleges and universities would go out of business. Well, if they rely on Chinese communist funding, well, maybe they should.
System of colleges and universities would
so
go
we're
down the
dependent on
tubes.
China to keep our university system going?
But I think it's good to have. I actually think it's good to have outside countries. Look, I want to be able to get along with the world.
They're not the French. They're the Chinese. They spy on us. They steal our intellectual property.
What, do you think the French are better?
Yeah.
Really?
So yeah, if you know the Chinese are stealing your technology, maybe you should cut student visas for Chinese people and even work visas, because that technology takes time to develop and money, and they're just stealing it and getting away with it. Is that worse than the French putting tariffs on US goods? I think so, but anyway.
I don't know. I'll tell you, I'm not so sure. We've had a lot of problems with the French, where we get taxed very unfairly on our technology, where they put 25% taxes on American products. Look, assuming everyone treats us badly, because that's the way I am, but we take in trillions of dollars from students. The students pay more than double when they come in from most foreign countries.
Money, 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 money.
I want to see our school system thrive. But at the same time, I know you and I disagree. We're never going to agree on it, but that's okay. And it's not that I want them, but I view it as a business. We have millions and millions of people. Also, I want to get along with countries if possible. You know, people are shocked. Remember, Hillary Clinton said, we'll be in a war. I stopped 8 wars in the last 9 months.
How does cutting Chinese nationals from attending colleges and universities prevent a war? Does he mean China will go to war if their students can't go to American universities to steal technology? He also says to get along with people. Well, I mean, if Chinese nationals, communists, are stealing technology when they go to universities by learning that tech, how is that getting along with people? The Chinese are literally stealing your technology. Strange.
I don't want to be in wars. If I am in a war, we're going to win the thing fast, and it'll be violent. But you know what? I don't want to be in wars. But one thing, you don't want to cut half of the people, half of the students from all over the world that are coming into our country, destroy our entire university and college system. I don't want to do that.
I wouldn't lose any.
And don't forget, MAGA was my idea. MAGA was nobody else's idea. I know what MAGA wants better than anybody else. And MAGA wants to see our country thrive.
Trump says he knows what MAGA wants. Well, I guess these are some MAGA people, and wokeness, let them go bankrupt. Half of the colleges in the U.S. go out of business. Don't threaten me with a good time. So Americans can't afford education, so let the Chinese get the degrees and fund the leftist indoctrination centers. Yeah, that's another thing with colleges. People go in there and they get brainwashed, so you know what? I don't really care if they go bankrupt. My brother in Christ, your entire base wants over half the colleges in the U.S. to go out of business. Yeah, because again, they're indoctrination centers, so they don't really care about colleges. Doesn't the U.S. government fund these colleges too? So on top of that, you're also letting Chinese nationals learn your knowledge in these schools to take back to China? It's not really a good thing. You can also move on to these H-1B visas. They want to bring in more Indians to work in the tech fields because apparently there's not enough Americans. Is that really the case, or is it the fact that the Indians are probably cheaper? The downside with that, no American's going to want to go in the tech field. Why? They'll get undercut by Indians. Same thing with the semi-truck drivers. Who's going to want to be a truck driver if they know that they can be undercut by an Indian? And is that good for the U.S.? No. Given recent events with all the accidents that have been going on lately, I wouldn't say that's a beneficial thing for America. And what's going to wind up happening if nothing gets done? The U.S. is going to completely rely on foreign technicians to work in the computer science fields and such, and worse than that, you're going to have foreign truck drivers. Well, anyway, that's it for my thoughts on the matter. Take care out there in Clown World.